It's 3:56 in the morning, and Zhang Linghe is typing. Not a schedule update. Not a brand photo. A long post, unprompted, correcting how the internet is reading his own character. That timestamp matters more than it looks. Rabbit News Hallyu has been tracking Zhang Linghe's press cycles for a while now, and this is the third time in 3 years we've watched him do this exact thing: climb out of bed, or maybe never go to sleep, and personally step in to defend a character before the studio, the platform, or the PR team says a word. This time the character is Murong Qingyi, the male lead of This Second Too Much, the Republican-era revenge drama he's currently headlining opposite Wang Churan. The show had barely finished its first week on Tencent Video and iQIYI when a specific read on Murong Qingyi started spreading, that he's obsessed with love, a guy whose entire personality collapses into romantic desperation. It's the kind of label that sounds harmless until you notice it's flattening a character built around something much colder: abandonment. Zhang Linghe didn't let it sit. At 3:56 a.m. on July 25, he posted a long explanation arguing that obsessed with love is actually a somewhat one-dimensional way to describe what's happening. His point, paraphrased, people who grow up starved of affection don't lose the capacity to love. They lose the memory of what being loved feels like. That's why they love clumsily, recklessly, without technique, not because love is their only priority, but because they never learned the rules everyone else takes for granted. That's a specific, almost clinical read on trauma and attachment. It's not the kind of thing an actor writes off the cuff to calm down comment sections. And that's worth sitting with for a second, because it tells you something about how Zhang Linghe treats the difference between defending my show and defending my character's internal logic. The context behind the post matters, too. According to reports, part of the confusion traced back to the production side itself, where messaging around the character's identity had gotten muddled in the lead-up to broadcast, the kind of mixed signal that usually just gets absorbed into the noise of a premiere week. Instead of waiting for the production team to clean it up, or letting the confusion calcify into the accepted read on the character, Zhang Linghe went and did the explaining himself. That's a small operational detail, but it says something about where he thinks responsibility for a character's public understanding actually sits, not entirely with the writer's room, not entirely with the marketing team, but partly with him. Here's the detail most coverage of this moment is skipping past: this isn't new behavior. It's a pattern, and the pattern started 3 years ago with a completely different role. In 2023, Zhang Linghe played Gong Ziyu in My Journey to You, opposite Yu Shuxin. That production had a rough post-production window. Key scenes, including material set in the Snow Palace, were cut for pacing, which broke up Gong Ziyu's character arc and left him looking underwritten to a lot of viewers. Zhang Linghe spent multiple interviews doing something unusual for an actor, reassembling his own character's story for the audience, walking through scenes that never made the final cut so people could understand who Gong Ziyu actually was. He described the character, memorably, as an emotionally premature kid, someone whose on-screen story had only 5 months between filming and broadcast to find its shape, and who deserved patience rather than judgment. He kept insisting Gong Ziyu was fundamentally decent, a slow-growing person who belonged in his on-screen family, and that audiences with good instincts would eventually come around to him. They did. And now, 3 years later, he's running the same defense for a completely different character, at the same hour of the night, using the same instinct. That repetition is the real story here, not the post itself, but what the post confirms about how Zhang Linghe positions himself relative to his own work. Because this isn't limited to Gong Ziyu and Murong Qingyi. Look across his filmography and the pattern holds. When Xie Zheng, his Marquis role in A Pursuit of Jade, got hit with a dismissive revenge plot cliché label, Zhang Linghe pushed back on the idea that a character who fought for dignity his entire life could be reduced to a genre trope. When critics tried to read by Wen Chuan through a women should defer to men lens, he rejected the framing outright. When people wanted to lump Ji Yang in with every cold, aloof male lead he's played before, he made the case that each role is its own person, not a variation on a type. None of that is him defending plot twists or ratings. It's him defending interiority, the idea that a character's psychology deserves to be taken seriously even when the audience wants a shortcut. There's also a strategic layer worth pointing out, separate from the emotional one. Most agencies default to silence when a character reading turns sour, let it blow over, don't feed the algorithm, issue a bland statement if it gets bad enough. Zhang Linghe's team appears to let him do the opposite, post directly, under his own name, at an hour when there's no PR department awake to draft or approve anything. That's a deliberate choice as much as a personality trait. In an industry where a celebrity's silence is usually read as damage control, action, especially unscripted, first-person action, reads as authenticity. Whether that's calculated or instinctive almost doesn't matter for how audiences receive it. Either way, it's building him a reputation that other actors' management can't manufacture through a press release. And the commitment doesn't stop at social media. On the set of this second Too Much, Zhang Linghe reportedly spent extended time working through Murong Qingyi's internal logic directly with the director, past what was scheduled, to the point of visibly worrying people around him. For a rain sequence, he chose to shoot it without the usual protections, using the physical discomfort of the scene itself to carry the character's psychological collapse rather than fake it. Theatre critics who reviewed his performance in the drama specifically praised how he prioritized psychological realism. The audience isn't just watching Murong Qingyi suffer, they're reportedly feeling it with him, including in a torture sequence where his facial control appears to genuinely break down. He's talked about this openly, too, the idea that a character's presence lingers after a project wraps, that playing someone shapes small, quiet parts of who you are afterward. It goes both directions, he brings understanding to the role, and the role leaves something in him. So when you put the 3:56 a.m. post next to the 2023 pattern next to the on-set commitment, you get a much clearer answer to the question everyone keeps asking about this actor: why does he do this? It's not damage control. It's a working method. Character advocacy is, for him, professional instinct, not a reaction to bad press. Which brings us to the other half of what's been happening around this second Too Much this week, because the fandom's response has been just as unusual as the actors. Zhang Linghe's global fan base coordinated a cloud parlor streaming campaign, buying paid viewing sessions on Tencent Video and iQIYI to push the drama's numbers. The stated pre-broadcast target was 200,000 seats. Fans hit it. Then, around July 22nd, they kept going, buying another 30,000 plus memberships, pushing the total past 230,000. Brands got pulled into the momentum too. Home appliance company Vati reportedly contributed 5,000 iQIYI VIP seats, and Subway added just over 1,000 across both platforms. Even competing artists' teams jumped in. Actor Liu Yuxiao's fanbase booked 666 seats as a show of industry goodwill, and several agencies tied to Zhang Linghe's own circle added another 500 plus each. That's not a small logistical effort. It requires organizing across time zones, languages, and platforms, all coordinated around a single premiere week. And the show's actual performance backs up the momentum. Audience share reportedly climbed from 16.4% on premiere day to 18.3% the following day, with the streaming push credited for helping pull in new viewers rather than just reactivating people who were already watching. There's a cultural angle here too that's easy to miss if you only follow the domestic numbers. Zhang Linghe's fanbase isn't operating out of one region, it's coordinating across Southeast Asia, Latin America, Europe, and beyond, on Chinese streaming platforms that weren't originally built with that kind of international, round-the-clock organizing in mind. Getting hundreds of thousands of people across that many time zones to buy into the same premiere week push, in the same 7-day window, is closer to a logistics operation than a typical fan event. It's also a preview of where a chunk of CN's growth is actually coming from right now, not just domestic ratings, but international fandoms treating a Chinese drama's opening week like a global release. It's worth being honest about scale here, though. Domestic entertainment coverage of the campaign described the fan effort as measured rather than excessive, good for visibility, not a headline-breaking number compared to the biggest seat-buying campaigns top-tier stars have run in the past. This wasn't a record. It was a coordinated, well-organized push that happened to land in the same week as an actor publicly, personally defending his character's psychology at 4 a.m. Put those two threads together and you get something closer to a genuine read on where Zhang Linghe sits in the industry right now, an actor whose fanbase trusts him enough to mobilize fast and at scale, built on top of 3 years of him treating every character, premature, misread, or misjudged, like someone worth staying up for. If you like entertainment coverage that goes past the headline, the kind that tracks patterns instead of just posts, Rabbit News Hallyu was built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.